Hi, I'm not proud of what I'm about to tell you. Okay, actually, I am. This is the story of how a totally normal girl with questionable life choices and a mild addiction to almond milk lattes, accidentally became internet famous as a llama whisperer. Yes, a llama whisperer. Let's rewind. So, it all started on a random Tuesday, which, for legal reasons, I must clarify was not during work hours. It was totally during work hours. Anyway, I was procrastinating on life by doom scrolling social media when I saw this ad for mindful animal yoga retreats. I laughed, out loud, because the idea of animals doing yoga, what's next? A goat teaching Pilates? Turns out I was wrong to laugh. By Friday, I had booked a weekend retreat at the Inner Hoof, which is, and I quote, a spiritual sanctuary where you reconnect with nature through the ancient wisdom of llamas. I didn't even know llamas had ancient wisdom. I thought they just had judgmental stares and spit. But whatever, I needed an escape, and the Airbnb pics were cute. So Saturday morning, I roll up in my tiny car, like the kind of car that screams, I'm trying to be eco-conscious but also broke. And there they were, llamas, everywhere, like a fuzzy stampede of very sassy, oversized alpacas with side eyes that could burn holes in your confidence. A lady named Moonbeam greets me. No, seriously, her name was Moonbeam. She wore flowy linen pants, smelled faintly of patchouli, and spoke entirely in whispers. Even when she sneezed, it was like a chew but make it ASMR. She hands me a hemp smoothie and says, Today, the llamas will choose you. Me. I didn't realize this was a Hogwarts situation. She didn't laugh. The llamas didn't laugh either. They just stared, judging. Then it happened. This one llama, his name was Fabio. Yes, like the 90s romance cover model. Slowly walked up to me, sniffed my hair, and then straight up sat on my foot. Moonbeam gasped like she'd just witnessed a miracle. She goes, He's chosen you. You have the gift. At this point, I was like, what gift? The gift of foot paralysis? The only thing I'm feeling is a tingling in my big toe. But Moonbeam was already handing me a crystal and whispering something about past lives in the Andes. I wanted to ask follow-up questions. So many questions. But Fabio just sat there, chewing. I stayed. Mostly because I didn't want to offend the llama sitting on my foot, and also because the smoothies were weirdly amazing. Then came llama yoga. Now, I thought this was going to be humans doing yoga around llamas. No, this was llamas doing yoga poses with humans. I swear I'm not making this up. Moonbeam starts chanting, and suddenly these llamas, including Fabio, start stretching. Like actually stretching. Downward dog? Child's pose? One of them even nailed Warrior 2, I swear. Meanwhile, I'm over here struggling to touch my toes without hearing my spine beg for mercy. And Fabio? He keeps gently nudging me into better posture, like a judgmental yoga coach with fur. I'm equal parts insulted and impressed. And then, because this story wasn't weird enough, Moonbeam tells us to enter a meditative trance and bond with our llama partners spiritually. I close my eyes, I take a deep breath, and Fabio licks my face, right on the lips. For context, I have never kissed anyone on the first date, let alone a llama. But the moment Fabio's llama lips touched mine, something changed. Not spiritually, no. It changed on social media, because one of the other retreat goers, this girl named Sage, who vlogs her life like it's a Netflix docu-series, caught the whole thing on camera. And, for reasons I still don't fully understand, she posted it with the caption, Girl becomes one with llama, char llama love, cha soul bond, our wife material. By the time I got home Sunday night, the video had 2 million views. By Tuesday, it was on BuzzFeed. Florida woman shares deep emotional bond with llama. Note, I'm not even from Florida. I wake up to DMs from strangers saying things like, I always knew llamas were emotionally complex. And can you ask Fabio if he remembers me from a past life? I'm like, what? And then came the merch. Some rando made t-shirts that said Fabio is my spirit animal and llama whisperer in training. I didn't even get royalties. Next thing I know, a llama sanctuary messages me. They want me to host a workshop. As an influencer in the animal mindfulness space, I've never been more confused or more underqualified. But I said yes, obviously. Why? Because I'm human, and they offered snacks. So now, once a month, I drive out to a field, wear flowy pants, and awkwardly stand in front of a group of eager spiritual seekers, pretending I know what I'm doing, while Fabio poses like he's auditioning for Vogue Livestock Edition. And get this, the llamas now follow me around like I'm Snow White, but for grumpy farm animals. People whisper about me. She's the one. the llama whisperer. Meanwhile, my biggest talent is remembering my Netflix password without writing it down, and just when I thought it couldn't get any weirder, I got invited to speak at an international animal communication conference in Paris. I was like, I just kissed a llama once, right? It's not like we do telepathy. He just likes the way I smell, probably like oats. But they flew me out, and during my speech, which to be fair was mostly improv and a dramatic reenactment of Fabio licking my face, I got a standing ovation. One woman cried. Then a publisher offered me a book deal. The title? Spit Happens, My Journey with Fabio. And yes, I wrote it. It's available on Amazon, with a scratch and sniff cover. It smells like hay and questionable life choices. So, yeah, that's the story of how I accidentally became the world's first llama influencer. I still don't know how I feel about it. Sometimes I wonder what life would be like if I hadn't gone to that retreat, if I hadn't let a 200-pound barn animal sit on my foot, if I had just stayed home and binge-watched baking shows like a normal adult. But then I remember Fabio and his big dumb eyes and his fluffy little smug face, and I smile. Because even though this entire journey makes absolutely zero sense, it's still somehow the best thing that ever happened to me. So the moral of the story is, always say yes to weird yoga retreats, never underestimate the power of animal spit, and most importantly, if a llama ever kisses you, just kiss back. Thanks for watching. And if you want to meet Fabio, he's on Instagram now, obviously. He's the real Fabio Llama. No, really, he has more followers than me.